So the biggest question is, should you put a log burner in your shed or garage, or should you put one of these things, a diesel heater? Let's have a chat. So in this video, guys, we're going to take a look at the diesel heater versus the log burner. Now, everyone's got an outdoor building or an outdoor shed that they kind of want to get heat in there during the colder months, and I thought it'd be a really good comparison. And this is the reason why I have a diesel heater in my garage and not a log burner. Now, I was going to put a log burner in, but one of the biggest reasons I didn't was, with a log burner, you have to kind of sit by it and kind of babysit it in a sense. With a diesel heater, you just turn it on, put some fuel in, and you probably get 20-30 hours of burn time out of it, out of one tank. Depends on how you set it up. But the way I set it up, it gets my garage to about 18-20 degrees or so, and it kind of stays there for 20-30 hours if you want it to run that long. But with a log burner, as you've seen from some of my other videos, you really have to sit by it and kind of, you know, pop in every hour or two. You know, when I'm out in the garden, when I'm in the garage, I don't really want that hassle. So this is the diesel heater setup. Let's take a look. So with the diesel heater itself, I've got it set up so I basically put two brackets onto the wall. Then I've got the exhaust going out of the wall itself, which I prefer the diesel heater to be in the room. As this is a garage, kind of a workshop, it's definitely a little bit better to have that inside here, because then you don't lose as much heat. If I had it outside pushing in, then you would lose a little bit more heat. But it's quite a basic setup really. Two brackets, a battery and a solar panel is kind of all you need really, and a bit of fuel to chuck in this now and again. I get about, it depends how I set it up, but generally I get around about 30 hours out of a 4.5 litres of diesel. I just use white diesel, but you can use red diesel in them as well, and they burn pretty efficiently, you know. They definitely keep, this garage itself is 6 meters by 4 meters, so it's quite a big space, and it can get it up to 20 or so. Now, the reason I didn't go for a log burner, let me show you. I was going to put a log burner in this corner here. So one of the biggest reasons I didn't go for the log burner in the workspace was just maintenance really, you know. I just want to put the heating on a cold day like today when it's -2 outside, -1, and you know, you don't want to be messing about chucking fuel in constantly. It's just not really what you want to do. I think when you're in a work kind of environment where you want to get jobs done, you're in the garden, you know, like today now, for example, be in the garden, you'll have the heater on in the garage or in the workspace, and you can come back in a couple of hours and the heater's still on, you haven't had to touch it, nothing's gone wrong. With the log burner, what will happen is after 3 or 4 hours, you have to attend it and see what's going on. That's the biggest thing for me personally, why I went with the diesel heater over the log burner. So for me personally, I think the diesel heater definitely outdoes the log burner in areas where you are a lot busier. You know, I know you're busy around the house, but you've always got, it's more of a lifestyle thing when it's in the house. I think for me personally, it definitely suits me to have a diesel heater in my outbuildings than it does to have in the house. Now, I know people put diesel heaters in the house, and the heat they give off is amazing. The diesel heaters really do kick out some tremendous BTUs, shall we say. But so does this thing, you know. This thing in the house does a fantastic job really. But I definitely wouldn't replace a log burner in the house with a diesel heater, even though it's probably in the long run a cheaper option and a less hassle option. But let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. Do you have a diesel heater? Tell me your setup, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Pow!